What is happening, my YT Gizang, man? Y'all already know what time it is. We are back with another one. And today I'm getting on here to talk about how my boy Saquon Barkley just did the Dallas Cowboys all types of dirty, man, in which he had 31 carries for 167 yards, in which he was averaging 5.4 yards per carry. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but Saquon is my dog. You know what I'm saying? I talked about him earlier in my videos, and I said he was going to be MVP. Now, I know he ain't going to be MVP, but he just hit a huge milestone in which he became the very first Philadelphia Eagle to ever rush for 2,000 yards in a single season. And that's not the only special part about this whole situation. He is literally 100 yards shy for breaking the all-time rushing record in a single season. Now, the biggest question is they going to play my boy Saquon or not next week? Considering the fact that they already clinched that playoff berth, they got home field by beating the Dallas Cowboys today. I don't know if he going to play or not. If you ask me, I think he should, because this is history in the making, man. You get what I'm saying? This is a record that's been held for 40 years. For 40 years, ain't nobody been able to touch this record. A couple of people done got close to it, but they weren't able to break it, man. And I don't know about y'all, but because I feel like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for my boy, in which I feel like he may not ever get this opportunity again, man, go ahead and let that man get that record. You feel me? And another reason why I want him to do it so bad is because the team that he got the opportunity to break that record on is the same team that dropped him and sent him packing. Yes, indeed, the New York Giants. I can only imagine how them Giants fans feel right now, boy. I can only imagine. And I'm pretty sure the Giants going to do everything in their power to prevent this man from getting his record. But there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. So this is a chance for him to get the sweetest revenge he could ever get in his whole NFL football career. But let's take a look at Saquon Barkley and see what he had to say about this huge accomplishments that he just achieved. Let go.
I'm not gonna lie, just being a fan of the game and the running back position, to reach a milestone and put myself up there with 8 other backs that I respect, and some of them I grew up watching. Definitely means a lot, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to do that with this team. And like I said, you can't be great without the greatness of others, and I'm just happy I was able to, be a part of the team and be able to reach a milestone like that. The way I look at it, if it's in God's plan, then it is. If I'm not, overly trying to go get it. I'm not scared of it. Like I would love to, but at the end of the day, also we got bigger things that we're focusing on, and we're able to clinch the division right here. Whether it's we play next week or not and rest, I'm fine with that too, because I didn't come here and sign here just to, rush for 2,000 or break a record. I want to do something special, and meaning special with the team. We definitely knew what the number was to at least get to the 2,000, we weren't leaving this field without at least accomplishing that, and that's not the words from me. That's the words from the guys up front. So that means a lot to me, and when you see that, and those guys are like, this effort needs this to get it. Let's go get it. Puts a little pressure on you too, but at the same time, it's pressure that you want to see each other shine and thrive. And I can't do it. I can't. Those 2,000 yards, I can't do it without those guys up front. And I'm definitely, might hurt my pockets a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna make sure I take care of those guys.
I feel like they preyed on that man's downfall. I feel like it was so many people saying that Saquon's career is done. He don't have the juice like he had before. But really, if you ask me, I feel like it was because of the team that he was playing for. We all know that they had the worst offensive line in the league. So it was impossible for him to be explosive as he used to be. And this is the very first time he ever had an opportunity to have an offensive line like this. I can only imagine how he would have been if he had an offensive line like this before. And I'm not trying to sit here and make it seem like he hasn't had sensational seasons before, but it's nothing like his debut when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, when you look at his career high when it comes to the New York Giants, in which it was in 2022, he had a little over 1,300 yards, in which he was averaging, I think, like 86 yards a game, in which he was also averaging, it was like 4.4 yards a carry. And the crazy thing about it is his season high for the New York Giants was pretty much identical to his rookie season, in which again he had a little over 1,300 yards, in which he was averaging like 80 rushing yards per game and a little over 5 yards per carry. As we all know, this man has over 2,000 yard rushing this year, in which he's averaging 125 yards per game and a little over 6 yards per carry. So I can only imagine how his yards would have looked if he had an O-line like this before. And I know it's going to be a lot of talk about, oh, well, Dickerson did it in like 15, 16 games, and Saquon got to get an extra game in to break the record, but it is what it is, man. I'm here for it. Let's take a look at what former head coach Herm Edwards had to say about this whole situation with Saquon Barkley.
Well, obviously, you try to get him that 100 yards. And I think he said, well, if they want me to play, look, he wants to play. And you know who wants him to play more than himself? The offensive line. This would be a great achievement for not only him, but for this organization and everybody involved. Now, I would put a caveat on this. I would tell him very simply, look, you're going to touch it about 20, 25 times in this game coming up this week. If you don't get it done, I'm getting you out. I'm trying to protect my asset, right? And everybody knows that. And I think this line will come out, and this football team will come out with the intentions that he can break the record. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to see in Philadelphia?
Of course.
The guy rushes for NFL. Yeah. I mean, it's historical moment. Yeah. And when you have history and you can see it, you want to be a part of it. And he's humble enough to say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter right now, but when he gets my age, it'll matter because his names will be in the record books. If you broke the rushing record, it's been sitting there for 40 years. Yeah. So it's something that doesn't come easy. He'll never have this opportunity again, by the way. Right. So,
yeah. Like I said earlier, man, this is history in the making. And this is something that I would love to see. It's been 40 years. It's time. So I hope they go ahead and let my boy play so he can go ahead and get that record. Because like my boy Edwards said, man, when he get old, this going to be something he going to look back on and be proud that he did it. Go and do your thing, Saquon. I'm rooting for you, dog.